Welcome back to the Legends Never Die channel. Over the past few days, we've received the heartbreaking news of the passing of some truly extraordinary individuals. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory and celebrating the legacies they leave behind. We will also take a moment to reflect on other beloved stars we've recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the lives of these remarkable people have touched you in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up as a gesture of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
In 1955, with Rock Around the Clock from Blackboard Jungle, everything just continued.
Wink Martindale wasn't just a game show host. He was the man who brought smiles to America for more than 7 decades. But what happened to Wink Martindale, the unmistakable voice of a generation? If you ever caught an episode of Tic-Tac-Doe on a quiet afternoon or watched contestants beam with joy on Gambit, then you felt the magic of Wink Martindale. With his signature smile, colorful jackets, and unforgettable voice, Wink wasn't just a host. He was a familiar, trusted presence in living rooms across the country. Born Winston Conrad Martindale in Jackson, Tennessee, in 1933, Wink's journey began at the age of 17, speaking into a humble radio microphone. From that moment, his passion for broadcasting never wavered. He rose to national fame during the 1970s and 80s, leading more than 20 iconic game shows and infusing daytime television with joy, excitement, and a hint of Vegas sparkle. From high rollers to headline chasers to What's This Song, Wink's charm made him a true television legend, and beyond the screen, he surprised many with his 1959 spoken word hit, The Deck of Cards, which reached number 1, 7 on the Billboard charts. But Wink's legacy wasn't built on fame alone. He was known for his warmth, consistency, and kindness. Behind the scenes, he was a devoted husband, a proud father, and a close friend of Elvis Presley. He even played a role in helping arrange Elvis's first radio appearance. Wink's marriage to Sandy Farah, a former Elvis dancer and one-time Flame of the King, added yet another fascinating chapter to his life story. On April 15, 2025, Wink Martindale passed away peacefully at his home in Rancho Mirage, California, surrounded by his loved ones. While no specific cause was made public, his departure marked the quiet end of a long, joyful life and the close of a golden chapter in American entertainment. The news was confirmed by family and reported by The Hollywood Reporter and Los Angeles Times. What's your most cherished Wink Martindale memory? Was it a game show moment, a song, or just the way he made you feel? Share your tribute below and help us honor the man who made every viewer feel like a winner. Larry Bastian was more than a songwriter. He was a storyteller whose words helped shape the soul of a generation of country music. With a deep love for nature and the simple beauty of everyday life, Larry began his professional journey as a biologist. But in the 1970s, he chose to follow his heart into songwriting, an unexpected path that led to a legacy few could match. He's perhaps best known for his iconic collaborations with Garth Brooks, co-writing timeless hits like Unanswered Prayers and Rodeo. These songs, filled with raw honesty and emotional resonance, continue to touch millions. Garth once said, "I couldn't imagine the list of music's greatest writers being complete without the name of Larry Bastian." That sentiment rang true throughout the country music world. Larry's talent extended far beyond one artist. Over the decades, he wrote for legends like Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Reba McEntire, and Conway Twitty. His lyrics captured life, love, and loss with a personal touch that made listeners feel understood, even if they'd never met the man behind the words. On Sunday, April 6, 2025, Larry Bastian passed away peacefully at the age of 90, surrounded by loved ones in California. His son, Nick, shared the news in a heartfelt tribute, honoring Larry's love for the outdoors, his strength as a father, and the lasting impact he had on generations through his music. No specific cause of death was shared, but it was clear that Larry's life had been long, rich, and full of meaning. Though his songs may have often played quietly in the background, Larry Bastian's words became the soundtrack to countless lives. His legacy lives on, in every heartfelt lyric sung on a country road, and in every soul that's ever been comforted by a song. So, let me ask you one simple question. What brought you here today? To remember, to honor, or perhaps to hear Larry's voice one more time?
All the wonderful actors, Richard Harris, Morgan Freeman.
Gene Hackman, the legendary actor whose remarkable career spanned decades, leaves behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. Renowned for his powerful, deeply human performances in films like The French Connection, Unforgiven, and Mississippi Burning, Hackman earned 2 Academy Awards and solidified his place among the greatest actors in Hollywood history. His ability to breathe life into complex characters made him a household name and a master of his craft. But behind the spotlight, Hackman faced serious health challenges in his later years, including complications from Alzheimer's disease and heart disease. Despite these obstacles, he lived with resilience and quiet strength, continuing to inspire fans through the enduring impact of his work. In February 2025, Gene Hackman passed away due to natural causes, with his health issues contributing to his decline. By his side through it all was his wife, Betsy Arakawa, a steadfast presence in his life and career. Tragically, Arakawa also faced her own health battle, succumbing to hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a rare disease linked to rodent exposure in their home. Her passing was a heartbreaking chapter in their shared story, underscoring how life's trials can touch even those who seem larger than life. Though Hackman retired from acting years ago, his influence never faded. His films remain touchstones of cinematic excellence, and his story, a testament to strength, artistry, and perseverance, continues to inspire new generations. Gene Hackman's legacy is more than a body of work. It's a reminder that talent, resilience, and love endure even in the face of life's greatest challenges. And yes, before Matt Damon ever stepped into the role, Hackman was Jason Bourne in the 1988 miniseries, another mark of a man always ahead of his time. With heartfelt admiration, we remember Gene Hackman, an icon, a fighter, and a true master of his craft.
About what it might be that it sort of exploded into the universe.
Richard Chamberlain, the legendary actor whose unforgettable roles in film and television touched the hearts of millions, leaves behind a legacy of grace, talent, and quiet strength. Born in 1934, Richard rose to fame in the early 1960s with his breakout role as Dr. Kildare, a gentle, charismatic young intern who quickly captured the affection of audiences and became a beloved television heartthrob. This role opened the door to a remarkable career, filled with iconic performances. He cemented his place in Hollywood history, with starring roles in classic miniseries such as Shogun and The Thornbirds. His portrayal of John Blackthorne in Shogun was a global sensation, while his deeply moving performance as Father Ralph de Bricassart in The Thornbirds remains one of the most cherished in television history. Chamberlain had a rare ability to bring depth, vulnerability, and complexity to every role he played, earning admiration across generations and genres. But his legacy extends beyond the screen. In 2003, after many years of privacy, Richard bravely came out as gay, a powerful and personal step that contributed to greater acceptance and openness in the entertainment industry. His courage and authenticity made him a role model, not just for actors, but for anyone learning to live their truth. In his later years, Richard faced significant health challenges, including complications from Alzheimer's disease and heart disease. Despite these struggles, he lived with dignity, serenity, and the loving support of his longtime partner, Martin Rabbit. Together, they shared a life filled with warmth and resilience. Richard Chamberlain's impact on the world of entertainment is undeniable. His extraordinary career, combined with his personal courage, left a lasting imprint on Hollywood and beyond. His story is one of talent, bravery, and quiet elegance, a legacy that will continue to inspire for generations to come.
Always a fight. It never comes easy. The lucky thing about me was
Ted Kotcheff, the legendary Canadian filmmaker, has left an enduring legacy in the world of cinema. Born in Toronto on April 7, 1931, Kotcheff's remarkable career spanned decades and showcased his extraordinary range and storytelling talent. He is perhaps best known for directing First Blood, 1982, the film that introduced audiences to the iconic character John Rambo, brought to life by Sylvester Stallone. The film's gritty intensity and emotional depth helped redefine the action genre and launched a global phenomenon. Kotcheff's directorial brilliance extended well beyond action. His work on acclaimed miniseries such as Shogun and The Thornbirds further established him as one of the most versatile and respected directors of his time. His ability to move seamlessly between gripping drama, thrilling adventure, and heartfelt storytelling made his work unforgettable. His career began in Canadian television before he moved to the UK, where he sharpened his craft and made his film debut with Tiara Tahiti in 1962. One of his most celebrated collaborations came in 1974, when he adapted Mordecai Richler's The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz into a critically acclaimed film, adding yet another milestone to his already impressive resume. Over the years, Kotcheff's creative vision brought powerful stories to life, from hard-hitting dramas to offbeat comedies, and earned him both critical praise and commercial success. His influence resonated deeply with audiences and inspired generations of filmmakers. In his later years, Kotcheff faced personal health challenges, including complications from a stroke. He passed away on April 10, 2025, at the age of 94. His family confirmed the cause of death, and tributes quickly followed from across the film industry, honoring his lifelong dedication to the art of cinema. Ted Kotcheff's legacy lives on through the unforgettable stories he brought to the screen and the filmmakers he inspired along the way. Even in retirement, his films continue to speak for him, testaments to a creative mind that embraced both chaos and beauty in equal measure.
I was home, comfortable, and now I'm here.
Breaking news: Jerry Seinfeld, a comedy icon at a crossroads for Seinfeld. The name alone brings to mind a sitcom that became a cultural phenomenon, a stand-up career built on razor-sharp observations, and a comedic legacy that reshaped the way we laugh at everyday life. But beyond the punchlines and fame lies a deeper story, one of resilience, reinvention, and reflection. As Seinfeld stands at a pivotal point in his storied career, we take a closer look at the man behind the laughs, the struggles he's faced, the milestones he's achieved, and what the future might hold for this comedy legend. Born April 29, 1954, in Brooklyn, New York, Seinfeld's road to success wasn't instant. Like many comedians, he paid his dues in small clubs, perfecting a style of observational humor that would eventually become his signature. His big break came in 1981 with an appearance on The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. That moment didn't just launch his career, it earned him the industry's respect and a nationwide audience. Of course, his greatest leap came in 1989 with the premiere of Seinfeld, the sitcom that redefined television. Dubbed a show about nothing, it masterfully turned the mundane into comedy gold. Alongside a brilliant ensemble cast, Jerry's portrayal of a fictionalized version of himself made millions laugh by simply pointing out life's absurdities. Seinfeld ran for 9 seasons, dominating ratings and embedding itself into the cultural fabric. When it ended in 1998, it wasn't just the close of a TV series, it was the end of an era. Yet behind the scenes, Seinfeld's journey was not without challenges. The massive success brought with it the burden of expectation. Post-Seinfeld, he struggled, as many icons do, to find the next great chapter. While he continued performing stand-up and launched new projects like Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, the shadow of his sitcom loomed large. He also faced more personal challenges. In recent years, fans have noticed subtle signs of health concerns, such as hand tremors during appearances. Though Seinfeld has remained private and never publicly confirmed any health issues, the speculation has sparked concern among longtime admirers. Still, true to form, Seinfeld has continued to keep the focus on his work, letting his humor speak for him. Seinfeld's career has not been without controversy. Known for refusing to tailor his comedy to modern political correctness, his stance on free speech has divided audiences. In 2017, he publicly voiced concern about the state of comedy in the age of safe jokes, a statement that ignited debate across the entertainment world. Whether praised for his authenticity or critiqued for his resistance to change, one thing is clear: Seinfeld has always stayed true to his voice. Today, as he steps back from the spotlight and embraces a quieter life, Seinfeld often reflects on the joys of fatherhood, marriage, and a career that defied the odds. Though he's taking on fewer projects, his influence is still felt everywhere, from late-night comedy to new generations of stand-up artists. Jerry Seinfeld's legacy is not just in the shows, the jokes, or the punchlines. It's in his commitment to authenticity, his resilience through fame's pressures, and his ability to turn the ordinary into something extraordinary. As he begins this next chapter, we continue to celebrate a man who changed the face of comedy forever. So, what does the future hold for Jerry Seinfeld? Only time will tell. But if history is any guide, there's always another laugh waiting just around the corner. How has Jerry Seinfeld's comedy impacted your life? What's your favorite moment from his legendary career? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we honor one of the greatest to ever take the mic.
I was with you. I said, you want to say?
Remembering Jesse Colin Young, the voice of peace, love, and unity. Jesse Colin Young, the legendary musician whose voice helped define the spirit of the 1960s and 1970s, passed away on December 17, 2024, at the age of 83. Born on November 22, 1941, in New York City. Young's life was one of artistic passion and unshakable idealism, a journey deeply intertwined with the changing tides of American culture. As the frontman of the Youngbloods, Jesse's voice soared into the national consciousness with "Get Together," a timeless anthem that became the heartbeat of a generation. With its simple yet profound message of peace and unity, "Come on, people now, smile on your brother," the song became more than a hit. It became a movement. Young's sound was as unique as his message, a rich fusion of folk, blues, jazz, and rock that resonated with the era's longing for connection and change. After the Youngbloods disbanded in 1972, Jesse embarked on a successful solo career, continuing to enchant audiences with his reflective songwriting and expressive guitar work. His solo album, Song for Julie, stood out as a deeply personal and critically acclaimed piece, showcasing his ability to connect emotionally through music. But Jesse's life was not without its trials. In 2012, he was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, a condition that impacted his health for years. Despite the physical setbacks, Jesse's spirit remained unbroken. With treatment and determination, he made a powerful return to music in 2016, recording new work and sharing the stage with a new generation of musicians. Even in the face of adversity, his devotion to music and message never faded. Until his final days, Jesse remained a symbol of hope, creativity, and resilience. His legacy lives on not only in the melodies he crafted, but in the enduring message he championed: love, unity, and the belief that music can change the world. Jesse Colin Young's voice may have quieted, but his call for peace still echoes stronger than ever. In every heart that dares to dream of a better world. Remembering Alpha Anderson, the voice that defined a generation of disco. Alpha Anderson, the powerhouse vocalist who helped define the sound of the disco-funk era, has passed away at the age of 78. Best known for her electrifying work with the legendary band Chic, Alpha's voice was the soul of hits like Le Freak and Good Times, tracks that became anthems for a generation. But before we dive into her incredible legacy, we want to hear from you. How do you remember Alpha Anderson and her unforgettable voice? Share your memories and tributes in the comments below. Born on September 7th, 1946, in Augusta, Georgia, Alpha's passion for music began early and followed her through a lifetime of performances and collaborations. She joined Chic in 1977 during the band's meteoric rise and quickly became an integral part of its sound. As co-lead vocalist alongside Lucy Martin, Alpha's dynamic voice helped shape some of the most iconic tracks in disco history. Her breakout moment came with Le Freak, where her vibrant vocals took center stage and created a timeless dance floor classic. After lead singer Norma Jean Wright departed the group, Alpha stepped confidently into the spotlight, taking on lead vocal duties for hits like Say Chic. Her performance on Good Times is still considered one of the most definitive vocal contributions to the genre. Beyond Chic, Alpha's career spanned collaborations with artists such as Luther Vandross, Bryan Adams, and others, showcasing her versatility and range. She continued recording and performing well into the 1980s and 1990s, eventually returning to her solo roots with the release of Music from My Heart in 2017, a heartfelt album that reminded fans of her incredible talent and deep musicality. Alpha Anderson's passing on December 17, 2024, marked the end of an era, but her influence remains deeply embedded in music history. Every time Le Freak or Good Times plays, her voice brings the joy and energy of disco back to life, reminding us of the power of music to move, to uplift, and to unite. Her legacy is eternal, heard in every beat, every chorus, and every heart that still dances to the rhythm she helped create. Do you have a favorite memory of Alpha's music? What did her voice mean to you? Share your thoughts below as we celebrate the life and legacy of a true icon. Remembering Michael Hurley, the godfather of freak folk. Michael Hurley, the influential American singer-songwriter affectionately known as the godfather of freak folk, passed away on April 1st, 2025, at the age of 83. Born on December 3rd, 1941, in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, Hurley left an indelible mark on the music world with a sound that was as whimsical as it was heartfelt. Hurley's music was a rare blend of folk, blues, and jazz, colored by surreal lyrics and eccentric humor. His songs often felt like private conversations, odd, intimate, and unforgettable. From early collaborations like Get Together with the Youngbloods to his richly imaginative solo catalog, Hurley's work captured the soul of a generation yearning for sincerity, creativity, and peace. He launched his career in the 1960s with his debut First Songs, 1964, and quickly became a quiet force in the folk scene. Albums like Have Moisey helped define the emerging freak folk genre, influencing a wave of artists including Cat Power, Lucinda Williams, and Devendra Banhart, each of whom praised Hurley's originality and fearless voice. Despite his creative success, Hurley faced personal trials. In 2009, he was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, a condition that deeply affected his health. Yet, after years of struggle, he found a path to treatment that allowed him to return to the stage and studio. His final album, The Time of the Foxgloves, 2021, served as a poignant farewell, an offering from an artist still deeply in love with music and storytelling. Although his passing came with little public detail, the loss was deeply felt by family, friends, and the countless fans he inspired. Michael Hurley's legacy isn't just found in his recordings. It's in every artist who dares to be a little stranger, every lyric that dances between the absurd and the profound. In the world of indie and folk music, Michael Hurley will always be a beacon of authenticity, mischief, and magic. A true original whose songs continue to sing long after the last note fades.
London to study at the Old Vic Theatre School, and I auditioned.
Clive Reveal, the distinguished actor whose voice brought the iconic Emperor Palpatine to life in The Empire Strikes Back, passed away on March 11th, 2025, at the age of 94. Revered in both film and theater, Reveal's career spanned decades, leaving an impressive legacy in the entertainment world. Born in New Zealand in 1930, Reveal began his professional journey as a trained accountant before pursuing his true passion for acting. His career took flight in the 1950s when he made his Broadway debut, earning Tony Award nominations for his performances in Irma la Douce and Oliver. Reveal's work in both theater and film was consistently outstanding, but it was his portrayal of Emperor Palpatine that solidified his place in pop culture. In addition to his famous voice role, Reveal appeared in a variety of television shows and films, with credits including Columbo, Dynasty, Murder, She Wrote, and MacGyver. He also voiced the iconic Alfred Pennyworth in Batman, the animated series, and contributed to the voice casts of Transformers, Pinky and the Brain, and many other animated classics. Clive Reveal's dedication to his craft and exceptional vocal talent made him beloved by fans worldwide. His ability to imbue each character with depth and authenticity left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. We'd love to hear from you. What Clive Reveal performance has resonated with you the most? Whether it's his role as Emperor Palpatine or any of his other unforgettable contributions, share your thoughts and favorite memories in the comments below.
I'm gonna be gone. Lord knows the truth.
Gene Barge, known as Daddy G, was a legendary saxophonist, songwriter, and producer whose career spanned decades and played a pivotal role in shaping some of the most iconic songs in R&B and rock history. Born on August 9th, 1926, in Norfolk, Virginia, Barge became a key figure in the music world, collaborating with music legends like Chuck Willis, Muddy Waters, and Natalie Cole. His unique style profoundly influenced the sound of the 1950s and 60s, earning him widespread recognition for his contributions to both rock and soul music. Barge's most famous work was his involvement in Gary U.S. Bonds' hit Quarter to Three, a track that became a rock standard and an anthem of the era. His iconic saxophone playing on this song and others earned him the nickname Daddy G, a nod to a local preacher, and he became a respected figure in the music industry. Barge also worked with other influential artists like Jackie Wilson, Fontella Bass, Buddy Guy, and Little Milton, and produced for several notable musicians. Throughout his career, Barge's collaborations spanned a wide range of musical styles, from classic R&B hits like Rescue Me to his work on Public Enemy's Superman's Black in the Building. His later career included consulting on Martin Scorsese's PBS documentary The Blues, and making appearances in Hollywood films such as Under Siege, further cementing his legacy in both music and film. Despite battling health issues in his later years, Barge remained active in the music scene until his death at the age of 98 on February 1st, 2025, as confirmed by his daughter, Gina Barge. His contributions to music and his distinctive saxophone sound will continue to inspire future generations of musicians. Gene Barge's legacy will forever be remembered as a cornerstone of American popular music, with his influence echoing through the rich and soulful tunes he helped create. Jan Schwieterman, best known for his portrayal of the villain Kurt Boswell in the 1997 Nickelodeon film Good Burger, passed away on February 28, 2025, at the age of 52. His death followed a brief and sudden battle with an aggressive form of stage 4 cancer. His brother, Chad Schwieterman, shared the heartbreaking news on Facebook, revealing that Jan had been diagnosed with the illness shortly before his passing. Born in Bluffton, Indiana, on September 30th, 1972, Jan was a proud Eagle Scout and a determined individual who pursued his dream of acting by moving to Los Angeles after high school. He quickly began making a name for himself in Hollywood, with guest appearances on popular TV shows such as McKenna, ER, and Felicity. His breakthrough came when he was cast as Kurt Boswell in Good Burger, starring alongside Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. The film, known for its iconic humor, became a 90s classic, and Schwieterman's performance as the rival fast food restaurant owner became a standout part of its charm. After the success of Good Burger, Schwieterman's career continued with several other projects, including guest roles on shows like Felicity. However, he took a break from acting in the early 2000s, with his final film appearance being in the 2008 movie Along the Way. Outside of acting, Jan had a passion for photography, painting, and martial arts, and he enjoyed traveling, with Thailand being one of his recent destinations. His passing has left a void in the entertainment world, but his family remembers him as a loving, adventurous spirit. His legacy lives on through the memorable role he played in Good Burger, and donations in his memory have been directed to the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston.
I mainly worked on Broadway and off-Broadway as an actress, and
Breaking news. Kathy Bates, one of Hollywood's most celebrated and versatile actresses, has captivated audiences for decades with her work in film, television, and theater. Known for her iconic performances that span from heart-wrenching drama to comedic brilliance, Bates' career has been a testament to not only her immense talent, but also her remarkable resilience. Her journey has never been just about accumulating accolades. She has faced personal battles, defied expectations, and proven that true strength is shown not only in the roles she plays, but in the way she lives her life. Born on June 28, 1948, in Memphis, Tennessee, Kathy Bates discovered her passion for acting while attending Southern Methodist University. She then moved to New York, where she spent years perfecting her craft in theater before breaking into film. It wasn't long before Hollywood took notice of her unique talent and raw authenticity. Her breakout role came in 1990 when she portrayed Annie Wilkes in Misery. This chilling performance, as a fan turned kidnapper, earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress and solidified her place as one of the most versatile actresses of her generation. Bates turned a terrifying role into one of the most memorable performances in cinematic history. However, Kathy Bates is not only defined by her groundbreaking performances. Beyond iconic roles in films such as Titanic, Fried Green Tomatoes, The Waterboy, and American Horror Story, Bates has navigated incredibly tough personal trials with grace and strength. Throughout her career, she has faced the challenge of breaking through the barriers often imposed on women in Hollywood, particularly those over 40. While the industry frequently sidelines older actresses, Kathy refused to let this deter her, consistently taking on powerful roles that proved age is no barrier to success. One of Bates's most significant struggles came not on set, but in her personal health. In 2012, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy. But her health battles didn't end there. She also wrestled with lymphedema, a condition causing painful swelling in her limbs. Despite these challenges, she faced each one with unwavering resilience, choosing to be a source of inspiration, rather than letting her health issues hinder her work. Bates has been vocal about her struggles, using her platform to raise awareness for both lymphedema and cancer. She never stopped acting, never stopped working, and never let her challenges define her. Through these battles, Kathy has remained a vital force in Hollywood, continuing to take on significant roles, including her unforgettable performance in American Horror Story and her work in the Netflix series Disjointed. Her ability to persevere and continue making an impact despite difficulties that would have made others retreat is one of the many reasons she is admired. Kathy has remained grounded and humble, often reflecting on her earlier struggles, knowing firsthand the effort it took to get where she is today. In interviews, she's spoken about her refusal to be labeled or confined to one type of role. Instead, she has chosen to embrace a variety of characters that challenge the traditional expectations placed on actresses. For Bates, the key to her success has been maintaining a sense of humor, which has allowed her to stay positive even during the toughest times. While her career has certainly been one to celebrate, it is the deeper story behind her success, her fight against breast cancer, her battle with lymphedema, and her advocacy for better representation of women in Hollywood that has made her not only a talented actress, but also a true role model of resilience and perseverance. Kathy Bates proves that it's not just the roles we play on screen, but the challenges we overcome off-screen that define us. In recent years, she has continued to shine in roles that require both strength and depth, such as her portrayal of a cannabis advocate in Disjointed. Her career shows that it's never too late to take on new challenges, redefine your career, and make a lasting impact, no matter the obstacles. Despite the hurdles, Kathy has never wavered in her dedication to her craft and her commitment to making a difference. She continues to fight her personal battles with grace and strength, becoming a symbol of perseverance. Her journey is a powerful reminder that true strength lies in the ability to face adversity head-on, rise from struggles, and continue moving forward. Kathy's legacy is one of determination, heart, and an unbreakable will to succeed. Her story reminds us that no matter what challenges life presents, we have the ability to overcome them and inspire others along the way. What are your thoughts on Kathy Bates's inspiring journey? How has her career and resilience affected you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's celebrate this remarkable woman whose story proves that strength is found in facing life